police car.
Are you? And you're going to be a jockey?
Yeah.
Who's the best jockey then? Rachel Blackman, all the way.
A jockey.
She's the best, is she?
Yeah.
Why is she the best?
Good.
You met her the other night, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where did you meet her?
He wins the most race.
She wins the most. They can go, she can go belly up into the field and wait. And we'll give her a show past then, lad. Come back here, Rosie, Rosie, come back. Give him a coffee. You want to give him a coffee?
A minister. How he's going, Jonesy? Well, you're right, Barry.
Alright, Jen. Yeah. Jumping well, ain't he? I can't.
David Boland from Racing's Inside Track TV, and this morning I'm in Cobajay Stables with Aidan Fitzgerald in Boris, County Carlow. How are things, Aidan?
Good, yeah, David, good.
Good man. Aidan, it's a fine place you have. Plenty of horses riding out, so things are going well.
Yeah, it is good now, yeah. We've built it up there. We bought it kind of 10 or 12 years ago and built it up from scratch, and it is good now. It is all in place now with the help of God. We can keep it rolling and that, yeah.
It's been a tricky year for everybody, I suppose, because of the ground as well, so not being able to get horses out as often as you'd like them to.
Yeah, it was a dry autumn, and then it was dry Christmas as well, so it's been a funny year, but sure, we have to muddle through as best we can. I will get through it all right.
Tell us a little bit about the facilities here you have at the yards.
Yeah, so
a couple of gallops.
We're here now on the deep Wexford sand. Gallop, it's 2 furlongs around, so we use that to start mostly. These are horses that ran then last week, and that mare's going to entry. She was second the other day, so we do a good bit of work here, and we do a lot of work on the hill over the road. We have a 1.5 furlong sand hill as well. So we start off here and then we move on to the hill. That's normally what we do.
And then you have your schooling strip as well on
Yeah,
sand.
we have a schooling strip up there, and we have a jumping ring, 2 hurdles in there, and a lunging and a walker, you know.
And you've how many in at the minute?
There's 50 stables there, and all the stables are full, so we have a good few horses to shift on.
You've done very well moving on horses over the last few years.
Yeah.
And you were very successful as a jockey, but you're doing very well at this game too. And
yeah, sure, we're tipping away.
You've had plenty of good horses that have gone through your hands too.
We have, yeah. We started off breaking and pre-training mostly, and we good horses at the very start. We were Bertha Goldback last instalment, My Valley. There were good horses all passed through, and there we had Album Photo, that won the Gold Cup. So we've had good horses pre-training, but now we're into the pint job. So we're selling them on, and they're winning races there in England as well.
And with the horses that you have in the point of points, you have Richie Deegan riding for you, so he's a huge asset for you.
Oh, unbelievable! To be honest, I wouldn't be doing it nearly to the scale we're doing it only to have my own jockey. You know what I mean? Say a lot of lads struggle if you don't have your own jockey. And I'm very lucky. Like I know everyone says it, but it is the most important thing is your staff. You see all the lads there now, all the horses be riding well, and because like we start off with breakers, you know, that we buy them during the summer, and from the day they land in the yard, you're gearing them towards something, and if you get it wrong, or the lads get it wrong, or I get it wrong, you're 1 step forward and 3 steps back, and it slows the whole thing down. So the lads all know what they have to do, and we all work together. And yeah, I am very lucky to have Richie, and I'm lucky to have the lads I have. There's great staff there.
How are things, Richie?
Good, all good.
Richie, things are going well for you, riding plenty of winners, and things are going well here with Aidan.
Yeah, grand, a bit slow at the start of the year, but starting to pick up there now lately, thank God.
The weather, I suppose, could be partly to blame for that as well then.
Yeah, it's after been a funny year. We got a bit of soft ground, but now it's drying up again, so hopefully we'll get more rain.
But over the last 2-3 years, things are going very well for you. Plenty of winners and plenty of rides on the track and bumper winners as well.
Yeah, I'm after having a good time of it. Riding for plenty of good lads, and the horse out here been running well, so can't complain.
And you're here every day with Aidan?
Here every day, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into racing?
Got a pony and started hunting, and met Aidan there and got a job with him, and I'm here since.
And tell us a little bit about the bumper winners and everything you have. If you're here every day, how do you end up getting on them?
I've been lucky. I rode plenty for Peter Fatty, Pat Fatty, Charles Burns, a few for Willie. They've all just started ringing and got a few chances, and a few of them worked out, thank God.
And taking the opportunity, I suppose, leads on to it more then.
Exactly.
Monk's Grange on Sunday, it's a very important meeting. It's local enough to yourselves, and always very hot 4-year-old maidens that are on a Monk's Grange, and you have 2 nice Scirocco horses that run, Aidan said.
Yeah, we have 2 that we like, a mare and a horse, so 2 of them are going well, they do everything right and they have nice pedigree, so we'll know more Sunday if we've got.
And plenty more 4-year-olds for the rest of the year then, so hopefully a bit of rain and they'll all be able to come out there.
Exactly, yeah, we have a good blast of them to run there, just hoping it doesn't stay drying like this.
Do you have many horses yourself then?
I have a couple of half shares of Scobie. I have a Scirocco horse and Fame and Glory filly, so hopefully we'll get them out as well.
That's good. Well, best of luck for the rest of the season, Richie.
Lovely, thanks a million.
Barry Geraghty, how are you, Barry?
Very good, Dave.
Good stuff, Barry. We're here in Aidan Fitzgerald's yard, and you have a couple of horses here, and you're here to ride them out this morning, a couple of young horses.
Yeah, nice stowaway and a nice LeFou with Aidan, and we had a nice stowaway last year as well, Umbrigado. He's worked out well, so fingers crossed for these guys.
You've had a couple of horses with Aidan for the last couple of years, so and like you said, it's gone well for you.
Yeah, touch wood. As I say, Umbrigado, David Pike bought him after he was runner-up in his only start for Aidan. And he's won all 3 starts in England, and I believe he goes to entry next week.
Great facilities here, and he does a great job.
He does, yeah, no, lovely yard. Does a good job, nice gallops. You know, it's a good setup, it's good on ground, everything. He's got it all well covered.
And you're a busy man, you're heading off to the Curragh now.
And to the Curragh now, yes, good a few for one for Peter Fahey, one for Jesse.
And then over to England this evening then?
No, quiet weekend, so Limerick Sunday maybe, and I'd say a chance of market raising on the way to Aintree next Wednesday.
And the National then is next weekend, so you'll be busy for the 3 days in Aintree then, I take it?
Yeah, please God, yeah. Hopefully some good chances definitely this side. I believe goes again. Bouvedere, Annabelle Fly. So pretty good chance, fingers crossed.
Good. And Annabelle Fly, if he runs, will carry top weight in the National. Ran a cracker in the Gold Cup.
Ran a great race in the Gold Cup. Top weight in the National is never ideal, but he has it for a reason. He was 4th there last year. He took well to the fences then, so fingers crossed.
You've won a National, so you know how it is. You've won all the big races around. What are you looking for the most going into the National? Like you said, that they've ran there and that they're brave, and what else are you looking for in a horse? Is it just a form horse in the National?
Yeah, well, it doesn't always work that way. You know, you need a horse just to perform on the day and take on the fences. You know, you need a fella who's up for it. If you're any bit took-hearted at all, you'll struggle. You need a fella who's actually, he's got a natural jump that he's, it's easy for him, but then has the bottle to go and take it on. Obviously, you need to stay. You need to be on form. Ground needs to be right for your horse. There's a lot involved,
and a bit of luck as well.
Yeah, a lot of luck. So it's fingers crossed and hope for the best.
You had a very good Cheltenham, 2 winners in the week for the boss JP McManus. Definitely the show was very impressive, beating a horse who has a lot of form with lost in translation. It was a very good race, and he was impressive.
Yeah, it was a good race. Lost in translation is a very good horse, and definitely put up a good performance. He was a very good juvenile. Lost his form last year, but he got back on track this season. He's done well, so now it's great. And Sarah de Burley battled hard to win the Pretend, so it was a good week. 2
completely different rides, weren't they? One off the bridle so long, and the other one you were able to sit on.
Yeah, they were different, but you don't mind once to win.
Exactly, and definitely so is obviously in good form if Philip Hobbs has turned him out quickly again for Aintree, and you'll be confident of him next week as well then.
Well, fingers crossed. I gather he goes there. I believe Philip's happy with him, so all been well.
And I heard you saying to Aidan earlier, you have a few horses at home as well, so you're a very busy man then as well on the side.
Yeah, a couple of youngsters at home, breaking a few at the minute, and a couple of 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, and a few yearlings there as well, so to keep me busy.
That's good. Well, listen, Barry, best of luck in Aintree next week, and best of luck with these horses here of Aidan's.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
You're in a very good location too. You're fairly central to everywhere.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I'm from Limerick originally, and I moved up here to work for Sean Tracy. And the minute I landed in Burris, I loved it. Yeah, it's very low, very central to a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're an hour from a lot of places.
And you have your local track then is only across the road from me as well,
Burris,
which is handy.
Burris House, yeah, that's But Monk's Grange now, the weekend's down the road, and
that's on Sunday in Ratnear, so not too far away.
No, it's only down the road. Won't be out long enough.
And you'll have a couple of 4-year-old runners then on Sunday?
We've 2 very nice 4-year-olds. We think they're very nice anyway, and they're going very well, and they're doing everything right. There's always good racing down there. So
that 4-year-old race is very competitive every year.
Yeah, we won the 4-year-old mare's maiden there with Cupitana. She's in Paul Nichols now. She'll have to win in a couple She won the other day there over fences again. And the big dog was second down there. He's in Peter Fahey's now, and he's going to be, and he is a good horse. So
You won in Goran Park.
yeah, that's him. Yeah, he won in Goran Tyestes Day.
Yeah.
He's a good horse. He was second down there. So we know what it takes to win down there, and hopefully the two we're bringing will do us proud.
And things are going well for yourselves, the point-to-point trainers. The horses are selling on well, but it's a very tough game. You have to produce a good horse
it's
to sell it on now to
Yeah.
England or here to stay in Ireland.
Yeah, it's so competitive. But the only thing is, which is good, like we've built up a bit of a reputation there now. Like the agents that come here during the winter, in the middle of the winter, and they get a gauge, and you know, Tom Malone, Jerry Hogan, they'd all call, Gordon and Eddie O'Leary, they'd all call, and they get a good gauge on the horses. And even like if they're placed and they run well, like there was a horse there, Ask himself, he was third in Castletongagan first time out. Tom Malone was there. He'd seen him during the winter, and when he saw him being third, he knew he was only beating 8 lengths. He knew what I thought of him. He didn't win, but it didn't matter. He still bought him, and he's after being second in the bumper first time out now in England. So the agents know they can trust us as well. So that's a big thing.
Tell us a little bit about what you do with the horses then. This round gallop, you said you start off, and then your hill gallop. Your hill gallop's a nice stiff gallop, so get plenty of good work into them.
Yeah,
then.
you wouldn't go there too soon now. We start off with all the young horses start off here, and they might do 2 months here. Then they go on to the hill and they'll do 2 months there, and then they're ready. And in the middle of the hill, we'd be bringing them off schooling a bit. We do a lot of schooling over fences. They'd all go away in the lorry probably 6 to 8 times before they'd run. They'd do 4 or 5 days away over fences, just steady hacking around over fences, and we do 3 circuits starting off, and then we shorten it into 2 circuits, and they do about 3 or 4 days then sprinting on grass. That's it. Then they're ready to run, and if they're good enough, they're good enough.
And when you're going to the sales, then the Goff's Land Rover and to the Derby sale, what's the most important thing you're looking for when you're buying a horse?
The size and presence is probably very important, and we like horses with good walks. You know, nice horses that can walk a bit. Pedigree is a bit important too. The dam sire is very important to me. I love Sadler's Hall and presenting. You know, good dam sire is very important. But because we're selling them on again. So if they do their job, firstly we want them to win. So we're not going to buy something that we don't think we know it won't win. And so then we're bringing them back to a sale again. You know, so we want a horse that we can sell on again. You know, so no, that's kind of what we mostly look for.
And things have moved on so much in terms of when you were riding and even when I was riding.
Yeah.
Is there anything that could change on the point-to-point tracks? Or
No, I think everything is fairly good. Everything is fairly good. Like everyone, all the hunts do a great job, and sure, the hunts need support. To be honest, that's another thing that they do need. They're all finished there now, lads. Yeah, the hunts need support, and there's nothing. No, I think everything is fairly good. They're selling on and they're winning. Like every day you pick up the racing post, one of them won a pint, two placing a pint. So I think it's in a very good, healthy place. They're getting too dear, is the only thing for buying them, but
yeah, that's
buying
true.
the stores are getting dearer and dearer the whole time.
And that
Which
is
the way
tough,
it
isn't
is.
it? When you have owners then that only have a certain amount of money then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I asked, like, what do you look for? Obviously, you want the
You
nice
try and buy
breed,
value,
and you
yeah.
want everything else, but you're trying to look. If
have
you've
to
only
try
a
and buy
certain
value.
amount of money, then
Yeah.
it's not easy.
It's not easy, no, it's not easy. And, you know, it's a lot of money to be laying out every year, but we have to do it, and that's the way it is. And you have to get on with it and do it, and that's it.
Just hope for the rain now.
That's it, yeah, hopefully. Nice day today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks very much for taking the time,
problem.
having me here in the yard this morning, and best luck on Sunday, and
Yeah,
best luck
thanks
for the
very
rest of the season.
Thanks a million. Thanks.